Black and white lettering across the front and back. Otherwise, Brad, the Mavericks could not have asked for a whole lot more than what they received and indeed what they put out here in the first half.
Yeah, offensively, they're moving all over the place. Defensively, active, causing turnovers.
Mavericks scored 41 in the first quarter, just 19 in the second. They made 9 3-pointers in the first, 11 overall in the first half, 11 of 21, shooting 53.7% overall. The Clippers, 42.6%. And 8 of 19 from 3 for 42. Reggie Bullock, 15 points, all in the first quarter. Kyrie Irving with 13, the Maverick double-figure scores. And the Clippers led by 15 from Terrence Mann, 12 off the bench from Norman Powell, and Paul George with 10. But the bigger story, Kawhi Leonard, who has been on fire in his last 14 games, averaging 29 points a game and shooting better than 51%. With just one basket and only 4 shots, Brad, in 15 minutes.
Well, hopefully you keep them down in the second half.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal for sure. Halftime in Los Angeles, it's the Mavericks 60 and the Clippers 52 as the Mavericks try to split the season series with the Clippers and indeed draw even with them in the Western Conference standings. LA right now a game in front of the Mavericks in the standings. In 4th place, the Mavericks in 6th. Mike Peasley at the Modelo Sports Desk, highlights in the first half and the rest of the night in the NBA, including a major 3-way deal involving the Lakers, Utah, and Minnesota. He'll run it all down for you on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve.
It's that time again, that time of year when dollar wheat and clover invade southern lawns. This year, grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S and fight back. It's formulated for southern lawns so you'll get the nutrients your grass needs while also killing those pesky invaders. Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It's the #1 brand in the South and has the 2-in-1 to start your season off right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Scott's, it's lawn season. Pick up a bag of Scott's Bonus S today at your local retailer.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
A very small percentage of our audience are utility contractors who put in water lines and sewer lines for restaurants and commercial buildings and retail facilities. But if you are that person, you need to know about my buddy, Dane Burson, Accurate Meter and Supply. You call their office, a live person answers. Dane's usually there. They're available 24 hours a day, locally owned. They do a lot of work for municipalities, underground utility contractors. 281-391-8100, accuratemeter.com.
Hello, madam. My name is Shirley Kulicka. How you doing? I represent Oops Steam Cleaning. We go all over Houston and the Metroplexico area. Could I interest you in some coupon? What is this? Oh, Lord. Oh, hell no. Hell no. I couldn't stay in there. I would vomit. Call oopsteam.com.
Somehow, some way, you made it through COVID. You have 5 or more employees. You pay a lot in payroll taxes. There is a program. There is a deadline, so don't wait around on it. There is a program that will pay you back. It will give you a rebate on your payroll taxes of up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com. Now, I want to be very clear. This is not a loan the government's making you that you have to pay back. It is a refund of taxes you have already paid in. GetRefunds.com. They have tax attorneys that specialize in this little-known payroll tax refund program. You're going to qualify. Even nonprofits qualify. You'd be surprised how many folks do qualify, including your business, your nonprofit. GetRefunds.com. Click on Qualify Me, up to $26,000 per employee. Even if you took PPP, it's a separate program. GetRefunds.com.
Just under 54% from the field in the first half, 52% from three as they lead the Clippers by 8, 60-52. Mavs led by as many as 19 points, but the Clippers ending the first half on a 13-2 run to get themselves back in the ball game. Clippers shooting just under 43%. They're 42% from three. The Mavericks, who have out-rebounded their last two opponents, could they do it 3 in a row? Well, they've out-rebounded the Clippers in the first half, 24-21. Mavs 8 turnovers. The Clippers with 6. Mavs led by Reggie Bullock with 15 points. Kyrie Irving in his Mavs debut, he's got 13 at the half for the Clippers. Terrence Mann with 15. Norman Powell off the bench with 12, and Paul George has 10. Let's check out some of the first half highlights tonight. Mavericks hot early on from three. They began one with Tim Hardaway Jr. Reggie Bullock hit one. After a Kyrie Irving miss, Dwight Powell, who had 8 offensive rebounds on Monday night, would get his first one here tonight.
Fakes the handoff to Green. Kyrie comes around and then goes back the other way with the left and will shoot the floater. That's no good. And Powell spikes it home.
Yeah, spikes at home indeed. Mavericks were up 3. After the Clippers got the game tied at 8, Reggie Bullock got right back into the mix, knocking down his second 3. Then he'd hit his third 3 in the opening 3 minutes.
Here comes Hardaway to the left of Bullock. Open again, and down it goes again. 3 straight threes for Reggie Bullock.
Yeah, he was hot early in that first quarter. Josh Green then got a steal and a dunk, and then Kyrie Irving here is his first Mavericks bucket.
Irving cuts, Green cuts, puts it on the floor, looking now, hands to Kyrie. 12-footer left to the lane for his first points as a Maverick.
Next trip down the floor, Kyrie would hit a 3, and the Mavericks had a 13-0 run. They led 21-8 less than 5 minutes into the game. After the Clippers split 2 free throws, Kyrie hit another 3, a 16-1 run, and the Mavericks were up 24-9. Terrence Mann, though, he had the hot hand early for the Clippers. He had 12 of their first 16 points. The Mavs lead was down to 9 before Bullock knocked down his 4th 3 of the quarter. Later on, he would make his 5th 3 in the first quarter, put the Mavs up 13. Jaden Hardy then with the bucket. The Mavs began the night 12 for 16 from the field, led by 15 points, and the lead would continue to grow thanks to Tim Hardaway Jr.
JaVale McGee in the game on the handoff to Hardaway against Norman Powell. Pulls up on the foul line, leans in off the right of the rim, follows up his own rebound, and puts it home.
JaVale McGee then had a dunk, and the Mavericks were up by 19 points at that point. They led by 16 after one, 41-25. In the second quarter, Jaden Hardy, coming off his career-high 29-point performance on Monday at Utah, he capped that one off with an explosive dunk. And here early in the second quarter, another explosive dunk from the rookie.
Right wing drive, Covington, blocked by Wood as he tried to finish it. Picked up by Hardy, 3-on-2. Hardy right down the middle with the spike and the foul and a chance for 3.
3-point play put the Mavericks back up by 19 points. After the Clippers scored the next 6, Kyrie Irving would get back in on the action.
Against Covington, triple threat position. 3 jab step, fake right, go left, on the drive, hanging and scoring. And that's the magic of Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, then he would hit a deep 3-pointer as well. The Mavericks were up by 16, and they would add to it. They'd get that 19-point lead once again, thanks to Josh Green.
And Powell tips it ahead to Hardaway. Mavericks with numbers 3-on-2. Hardaway right to McKinley right. Through the lane, left corner, Josh Green. Shoot the 3 and knock it down.
Mavericks would outscore the Clippers in terms of fast break points in the first half, 15-2. The Mavericks were in good shape there, up 58-39, but they went cold to close the half. The Clippers getting right back in the game, closing the first half on a 13-2 run. And right now, the Mavericks, despite having that one-time 19-point lead, it has been trimmed to 8 here at the half. Mavericks in front of the Clippers, 60-52. Those have been the first half highlights from this one. Let us now check out tonight's NBA scoreboard. It is brought to you by Lexus. They have just about reached the half at the Moda Center in Portland, where Golden State on top of the Blazers 67-63. Klay Thompson leading the way. He's got 20. Damian Lillard with 18 for the Blazers. Everything else has gone final. Cavaliers beat the Pistons 113-85. It was Washington getting 36 from Kristaps Porzingis tonight. They beat the Hornets 118-104. The Celtics over the 76ers 106-99. It was the Miami Heat holding on, beating Indiana 116-111. Bam Adebayo had 38. The Raptors beat the Spurs 112-98. Pascal Siakam, 37 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Sacramento gets by Houston. 3 late free throws with 0.3 of a second to go from De'Aaron Fox as they beat the Rockets 130-128. Jalen Green, by the way, had 41 for Houston. And the Timberwolves beat the Jazz tonight 143-118. What's interesting about that is before that game tipped off, the Timberwolves and Jazz, along with the Lakers, well, they consummated a 3-team trade. Here are the particulars of that deal that went down. The Lakers will get D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. The Timberwolves get Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and draft picks, while the Jazz, they get Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Damian Jones, and a protected 2027 Lakers first-round pick. And one other trade going down tonight, the Blazers sending Josh Hart to the Knicks in exchange for Cam Reddish and a future protected first-round draft pick. Of course, the NBA trade deadline is coming up tomorrow afternoon. Let's go over to hockey now, where the Stars, they knocked off the Minnesota Wild, winning tonight by a score of 4-1. The Stars extending their Central Division lead now to 5 points over Winnipeg. College basketball, 3 games in the Big 12 tonight. 11th-ranked Iowa State had a chance to move into a tie for the league lead with Texas if they could beat West Virginia. They couldn't. Mountaineers win at home 76-71. Oklahoma State, they edged Texas Tech tonight by a score of 70-68. And late in the ball game, number 14 Baylor, they lead Oklahoma 80-72. Well, the Mavericks have an 8-point lead. Probably should be bigger than that. We'll see if the Mavericks can start the second half strong and try to get themselves the split of the 4-game season series with LA. I'm Mike Peasley. That'll do it for the halftime report. We'll send you back over to Chuck and Brad for the second half call right after this. Again, our score at the half, it's the Mavericks 60, the Clippers 52 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Jefferson Dental and Orthodontics is the official dentist of the Dallas Mavericks and has been trusted for affordable, high-quality dental and orthodontic care since 1967. Want free teeth whitening trays at your next appointment?
It's that time again, that time of year when dollarweed and clover invade southern lawns. This year, grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S and fight back. It's formulated for southern lawns so you'll get the nutrients your grass needs while also killing those pesky invaders. Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It's the #1 brand in the South and has the 2-in-1 to start your season off right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Scott's, it's lawn season. Pick up a bag of Scott's Bonus S today at your local retailer.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
I've got 30 seconds to tell you about sodaweightloss.com. And I kind of feel like there's not much I have to say other than to remind you that it's there. So if your New Year's resolution's not working out, or maybe you're thinking, I don't want to wait another year to make one, I'm going to get on it now. If you want to lose weight, this program works, and it's not difficult. It's not a program where you're starving. It's not a program that you can do this. I'm telling you, SOTA, SOTAweightloss.com. Harry Truman still had several more years to be president when McCauley's Lumber and Hardware Supply was started. During all those years, they've made a lot of contractors and individuals happy. You don't have to be in the trade to call them and get a great deal, and even to have your lumber and hardware supplies delivered to your home if you're doing the project yourself. 281-448-1374. McCauley's Lumber and Hardware Supply, still family-owned and operated. 281-448-1374. Somehow, some way, you made it through COVID. You have 5 or more employees. You pay a lot in payroll taxes. There is a program, there is a deadline, so don't wait around on it. There is a program that will pay you back. It will give you a rebate on your payroll taxes of up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com. Now, I want to be very clear. This is not a loan the government's making you that you have to pay back. It is a refund of taxes you have already paid in. GetRefunds.com. They have tax attorneys that specialize in this little-known payroll tax refund program. you're going to qualify. Even nonprofits qualify. You'd be surprised how many folks do qualify, including your business, your nonprofit. GetRefunds.com. Click on Qualify Me. Up to $26,000 per employee. Even if you took PPP, it's a separate program. GetRefunds.com.
End the half, and the Mavericks, Brad, who played about as perfect the first quarter as you could imagine, 41 points, 9 3-pointers, didn't turn over the ball. They turned it over 8 times in the second quarter for 8 LA points.
It's a ball game.
So the Mavericks will have it to begin the third quarter as they shoot to our left in their white uniforms. The Clippers in their black uniforms with the white numbers and letters, and the Clipper sails along the sides of the uniform. Tim Hardaway will inbound the ball. Josh Green ready to accept the pass, and away we go. Fourth and final meeting between these teams. Mavericks looking for the season split as Green to Hardaway behind the right hash mark. George poking at him, drops it to Powell. Powell pivoting it now to Irving off the bounce. Screen by Powell, trying to get the switch. Nice pass between two players to Powell. That's no good. Powell tips home his own rebound. It was a really slick pass by Kyrie through the double team to set Dwight Powell up. 62-52. Left wing Morris against Hardaway to Leonard. Quick move along the left baseline. Now against Josh Green, then turns inside of him, pumps twice, but can't shoot. Got it back out to Morris, around to the right to Mann. Against Kyrie, pull up 13-footer is no good. And a late whistle and a foul on Irving. John Goebel with the call. Second on Irving. And Terrence Mann will go to the free throw line. 15 points for Mann in the first half to lead the Clippers, 12 of which came in the first quarter. In fact, he scored 12 of the Clippers' first 16. He misses the first foul shot here. A 77.5% free throw shooter. Game 3 of the 5-game road trip for the Mavericks. Back-to-back in Sacramento on Friday and Saturday. And the Clippers back home after a 6-game road trip in which they went 4-2. But the Clippers have not been great here at home this year. They're 14-11 and only 4-9 against teams that are above 500 at home this year. As Hardaway along the right side, intended for Irving, and Mann knocked it away. Mavericks looking for a foul call that didn't come. 13 seconds for the Mavericks to shoot. As Irving will inbound from the right side. Terrence Mann watches him. Bounces into Powell. Irving comes and gets it. Turns back right off of Powell. Now back left, rescreen by Powell. Cuts to his right, pick and roll with Powell. Lost the ball, got it back, put it up, missed the layup. And the rebound to Mann. Oh, they had that right at the cup. Here is Leonard on the move, bullying his way, banks it up and in from just inside the block.
Looks like he's coming out being a little more aggressive here in the second half.
The Mavericks 62, the Clippers 55. Here's Irving to Green at the foul line, stops, pivots to the right sideline to Bullock. Bullock looking to Powell. Irving being overplayed by Mann. Pitch it back to Bullock. Over Zubac for 3. That's way off. And the rebound saved by Mann into George. And Bullock has now missed his last 5 shots after hitting his first 5. Here's George below the left elbow. That's no good. Kyrie the rebound. Mavericks run 3-on-4. He pulls up for 3, and he hits from the top of the arc.
Yeah, I like the push that time by Dallas.
Kyrie was 16. His 4th three-pointer of the night in 7 attempts. And the 12th three-pointer for the Mavericks tonight. George against Bullock on the drive. Met by Powell. Pass deflected and stolen by Hardaway. And tried to get around Morris. And Morris tipped it off of Hardaway's hands. And the Clippers will get it back. Mann for the right sideline inbound from below the hash mark. Into Zubac. Dribbles to his left, hands to George. On the move, through the lane, right corner man. Catch and shoot 3 is good. Well, Terrence Mann's having a night. 19 for him. He averages 8.6
They've needed those points.
Yes, they have. 4 of 5 from 3. The Clippers are 9 of 20 as a team. Here is Irving, stripped by Morris, picked up by Zubats. Here's Leonard, now to Mann. He's feeling it. Heat check 3. No good. Powell the rebound. And he'll get it to Hardaway. And Hardaway will walk it up. Mavericks fortunate. Clippers unable to convert that turnover in transition. Green on the handoff to Bullock, left wing, bounces to the top to Powell. Irving zips up to get it top of the arc, back to Powell in the lane, put it on the floor, spins on Morris, and lays it up and in. 8 points for Dwight Powell. 67-58. 8:45 remaining here in the third. Here is Morris throwing on up for Zubats. That's knocked away by Green. Comes out of there with it. 3-on-1 to Irving to Green at the rim. Put it up and in.
Yeah, good push again by Dallas.
20 fast break points for the Mavericks tonight. And that gets Tyronn Lue off the bench to take a Clippers timeout. And he'll take it with 8:39 remaining in the third. The Mavericks 69, the Clippers 58 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network. This is Chuck Cooperstein. UT Dallas is on a winning streak. #1 public university in North Texas and 24 top 50 nationally ranked academic programs by U.S. News and World Report. UTD.
It's that time again, that time of year when Dollar Wheat and Clover invade Southern Lawns. This year, grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S and fight back. It's formulated for Southern Lawns, so you'll get the nutrients your grass needs while also killing those pesky invaders. Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It's the #1 brand in the South and has the 2-in-1 to start your season off right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Scott's, it's lawn season. Pick up a bag of Scott's Bonus S today at your local retailer.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
I am so stupid. I had 2 months notice that these church women's was coming over here, but as always, I procrastinated and did not do nothing, and now they come up in here and their feet was just ruined. One lady stepped in some cat manure, and all of them was scratching their ankles. God only knows what was biting them. Jesus walked on water, but these ladies say walking across my house was like stepping on some Captain Crunch. Ooh, I pray you don't be so ignorant. Call oopssteam.com at 281-822-0561.
If you inherited a coin collection or you've built up a coin collection over the years, and you may not be ready to sell it, but you at least want to know what it's worth. Well, how do you take it to somebody to tell you what it's worth if there's somebody who buys coins? Because they're going to tell you it's worth a whole lot less, right? That's the idea. So then they can buy it at a deep discount. U.S. Coins has a great reputation. They're personal friends of mine, and they'll be honest with you. And if you go, well, I don't want to sell it, that's fine. Get up and walk out, but you can trust them. 713-464-6868.
.com/FanFest. 8:39 remaining. Third quarter, Mavericks 69, the Clippers 58, Dallas 4 of 7 to begin the third. 54% shooting for the game, 12 of 23 from 3. And again, Brad, their transition game has been really something to behold. They had 27 fast break points on Monday night against Utah. They've already got 20 tonight.
Yeah, and I think putting Josh Green into the starting lineup helps that a lot. They're very fast, very athletic, and with Irving there, he's looking to push it every time he gets it.
So the Clippers will have it. In fact, the Clippers with just 5 fast break points so far. And they will inbound the ball with Terrence Mann to inbound to Leonard. Again, just 4 points in 18 minutes for Kawhi Leonard so far. And he'll bring the ball up this time. Josh Green will back up to the top of the arc to meet him. Bounces to the left elbow to Morris against Hardaway. Fake left and go right. Got into the dotted line and hits the 10-footer. And Marcus Morris averaging nearly 13 a game with his first points of the game. He had been 0-5 before that make. 69-60, Hardaway, played by George and now played by Morris. To the right to Green at the hash mark. Green watched by man. Here comes Irving up to get it from the middle of the lane to the top of the arc against George. Put it on the floor. Stop and go. Met by Leonard. Met by George. Out to Hardaway. Touch it. Bullock. Left corner three. That's no good. And the rebound taken by George. To the left to Man. Man left to right to George. Watched by Bullock. Leonard wants it, has it. Fake right, go left through the lane, back out. George, extra pass, Man. Good closeout by Green. Put it on the floor, out of control. Flings it up and draws the foul.
I don't know about that one. He was out of control going in there. No place to go, but they're going to give him the call.
Josh Green gets called for the foul. His second. And the second against the Mavericks. And Terrence Mann looking for points 20 and 21. Reggie Bullock had that incandescent start, hit his first 5 in the first quarter, all from three-point range. He has missed his last 6. As Man hits the first one. Mavericks 53% shooting. Clippers 44% shooting, and Man looking now for his 21st point of the night. And he will get that with a very friendly bounce. The Mavericks 69, the Clippers 62. Irving straight away, and a whistle, and a foul. And Paul George going to be called for a foul by Justin Van Dyne. Well away from where the ball was, and George trying to plead his case without success. As George picks up his second foul, the first on the Clippers.
I think that's 3 on George. Didn't he have to go to the bench early on with those 2?
Yeah, they have him on our screen with 2 for the moment. We'll see how that goes. Now Irving loses it, picked up by Leonard. Ahead to Man, got by Bullock, short, rebound, loose on the floor. Bullock the save, into Irving, and from his knees, able to throw it cross court on the bounce to Josh Green. Brings it to the foul line, then back out to the trailing Irving, back to Green, open for a right wing 3, that's short. And the rebound taken by Zubats. 5 minutes gone, third quarter. Mavericks 69, the Clippers 62. George between his legs, left to right. Off the Zubac screen to the left, pulls up top of the circle, and he hits. George has got 12, and Brad, you're right, they have corrected 3 fouls on Paul George now. 69-64, as close as the Clippers have been since that 13-0 run. The Mavericks went on. Here's Josh Green, blocked by Zubats from the weak side as he went from right to left to get it. The rebound taken down. Here's Morris to Zubats running the floor, and fouled by Hardaway. He'll go to the line.
Pretty nice job by Zubac coming over late to get that block.
So Zubats will shoot. The game was tied at 8, and then the Mavericks went on a 13-0 run to build a 21-8 lead. The Clippers have now closed it down to 5. The Mavericks ended the first half with the Clippers on a 13-2 run as Zubats misses the first one. Mavericks had a 19-point lead with 4 minutes remaining in the half at 58-39. A 25-11 run by the Clippers since then, and Zubats front rim boarded down on the second one. 69-65. Irving picks the ball up at the bottom of the jump circle, looking for help. Josh Green at the right wing comes and gets it, hands it back to Irving against Marcus Morris. Here's the double from Man to the right corner. Bullock shoots the 3. That one goes down, and much needed for Reggie Bullock.
They were in a double team at Irving that time.
The 6th three-pointer of the game for Reggie Bullock. He's got 18. Leonard crossing over right to left at the elbow, stops to Morris and back to Leonard, turning right. Now to his left, challenged by Bullock. Line driver good from 17. The Mavericks 72, the Clippers 67. 5:40 remaining in the third. Slow dribble by Irving from right to left off of Powell. Back to Powell on the move right of the lane, met by Zubac. Right corner, Hardaway for 3. It's good. Tim Hardaway just sliding to the corner, and Dwight Powell found him. Hardaway now with 11. And his third three-pointer of the night. Leonard stepping back for 3, and he knocks it down over Josh Green, and he's starting to feel it here in the third.
Yeah, it's coming out a lot more aggressive here.
7 of his 9 here in the third. 75-70, Dallas with the lead. Powell to Irving, left to right, met by Zubats and Mann. Back to Hardaway in the middle of the floor against Paul George. Shot clock at 7. Powell out high to get it. Powell put it on the floor, drive on Zubats, hang, bank, and no good as it fell off the rim. Zubats the rebound, is 7th. Here comes George up the left side. George to Leonard. Ball over his head now, puts it on the floor. Right to left against Green, screened by Zubats. Now to Paul George on the drive. Out to Leonard, could close out by Bullock. Put it on the floor, got around him. In the lane, dotted line, good. And a timeout taken by Jason Kidd with 4:32 remaining in the third quarter. And that one-time 19-point Maverick lead has been closed to 3 as Kawhi Leonard has made a third quarter appearance. 9 of his 11 here in the third. The Mavericks with a 75-72 lead on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Fly to Philly, take off to Tampa, depart for Denver. Following your team on the road is more rewarding with the new American Airlines Advantage program. Your flights and every day spent not only earn you miles towards your next trip, but also loyalty points toward Advantage status. All the more reason.
It's that time again, that time of year when Dollar Wheat and Clover invade southern lawns. This year, grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S and fight back. It's formulated for southern lawns, so you'll get the nutrients your grass needs while also killing those pesky invaders. Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It's the #1 brand in the South and has the 2-in-1 to start your season off right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Scott's, it's lawn season. Pick up a bag of Scott's Bonus S today at your local retailer.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
My trainer is Michael Petru. Petru, Petru, InHomeFitness.com. He comes to you. I do it in my garage. I get up early in the morning. He's waiting outside my garage. Open the door. He comes in. That way you don't have to go to a gym, pay a gym membership, be around other people, and waste your time. If you're older, he wants to help you increase your mobility so you don't fall and break your hip. You're never too old to be stronger and feel better and avoid accidents and injuries. 281-844-1591. Petru, InHomeFitness.com. You don't have to go buy a pair of boots at RepublicBootCompany.com. Just go drive over and walk in. Walk in the shop. When you walk in the door, they leave the front door open all day to welcome folks in. The smell of leather will waft through because they're handcrafting, custom-fitting boots right there in the shop at 11th and Studewood. Want a little whiskey? They give you that. Some country music playing. Talk to Fireball Bill. Oh, you're going to love it. RepublicBootCompany.com. 832-767-6586.
24 points to lead the way. Elsewhere, Cavaliers blow out the Pistons 113-85. Wizards get 36 from Kristaps Porzingis. They beat the Hornets 118-104. Celtics over the Sixers tonight 106-99. Heat beat the Pacers 116-111. Raptors over the Spurs 112-98. Kings beat the Rockets 130-128. And the Timberwolves outscore the Jazz 143-118. Chuck.
Calling all 8th through 12th grade students to get rowdy, proud, and creative. Participate in the Mavs Black History Month art contest for a chance to win a trip for 2 to Memphis and be featured in the African American Museum of Dallas. See complete details at Mavs.com/art. Well, the Mavericks scored 41 points in the first quarter and shot 15 of 25 in the first quarter. In the next 20 minutes of play, they have scored just 31 points, and they have made only 13 shots as L.A. has closed what was a 19-point lead down to 3 at 75-72 as Kyrie Irving brings it up with 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Irving outside the arc, left of the circle. JaVale McGee in the game out of the timeout, replacing Powell. Into the right corner, and here is Hardaway driving into the lane and lost the ball, recovers it, and fades away. It scores from 12 in the middle of the lane. McGee and Jaden Hardy having checked in the game out of the timeout. For Josh Green, it's Dwight Powell. That's who's in and who's out. Brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. That's what a hamburger is all about. 77-72. Powell top of the arc as he's checked in for the Clippers. To Leonard against Reggie Bullock. To his left. Put his head down. Jump stop it with the left hand and able to score it. Leonard with 13, 11 here in the third. Clippers are 8 of 11 from the floor shooting in the third after shooting 42% in the first half. Hardy in the lane, pass behind McGee. He lost it, picked up by Powell on the drive to the rim. Blocked by McGee. Chased down by Powell again at the left elbow to the trailing Zubats. And behind him to Mann at the right wing, played by Hardaway. To Leonard. He's feeling it right now against Kyrie. 2 against 2. Leonard, up fake, put it on the floor with the left. Little bump with the shoulder. And from the foul line, hits the jumper.
Just so under control.
All the time.
Yeah.
The Maverick lead down to 1. 3:05 remaining in the third. Leonard with 15. Irving on the drive, pumps, and then threw it away. Should have shot it. Intercepted by Morris. Clippers looking for their first lead of the night. Morris to the trailing Leonard. Against Hardaway. Between his legs to his left. Bullying his way to the rim. Blocked by McGee, though. Rim protection from McGee. Hardaway to Hardy, and he'll lay it up and into the other end.
Boy, what a great defensive play by McGee.
What a turnaround that was. The Clippers going for what certainly appeared to be the lead for the first time tonight. McGee defends the rim, and Hardy finishes at the other end. 79-76. Powell left of the lane, and from 10, that's no good. Off the right of the rim, Bullock the rebound. To Irving, right to left to Hardy. Jaden Hardy between his legs to his left, cuts to his right against Zubats, pumps but can't shoot, and then threw it away as Irving was coming in to try to help out, and Hardy threw it right past him. The 14th turnover for the Mavericks. And again, they did not have a turnover in the first quarter. Nick Batum checks in for LA, and mercifully, Leonard goes to the bench. Leonard sits down with 15. 13 here in the third. 6 of 7 shooting for Leonard in the third. Theo Pinson now checks in for the Mavericks as well, replacing Irving, as Norman Powell has it for the Clippers. To Marcus Morris, left of the circle, inside the arc, now to his right. On the drive, he beats Pinson, met by McGee. He blocked his shot again, but Morris got it back. Into the lane, fading away, over McGee. That's short. And the rebound tipped by Green, controlled by Hardaway. And this is what the Mavericks were looking for from JaVale McGee all season long. He's got it in deep now with the left-hand hook that's no good. He got his own rebound back and got stripped by Batum. Picked up by Powell. Here come the Clippers with 1:40 remaining in the third. Away from the screen of Zubats, into the lane, and he'll shoot the floater, and he hits it. 14 for Norman Powell. The Mavericks 79, the Clippers 78. Hardy to Hardaway. To the right side to Pinson and back to Hardy. Against Powell, behind his back, right to left. It'll pull up for 3, and that hits the back rim, goes straight up and straight down to Zubats. Again, the Clippers look for the lead. Mann knocks over Hardaway, and an offensive foul. Tim Hardaway able to draw the charge. The 4th leading charge drawer in the NBA, his 16th charge drawn this season.
That man had no place to go on that.
His former teammate, Jalen Brunson, is second in the league with 20 drawn charges. Kenrich Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder leads with 23. Kevin Love in Cleveland, third with 17. Back-to-back games, though, that Hardaway has drawn an important charge. And how about the rim work of JaVale McGee here tonight, Brad?
Yeah, did a nice job in there both times. Once on Leonard, once on Morris.
He's got 3 block shots and 5 rebounds in 7 minutes of play. And again, this is exactly what the Mavericks thought they were going to get when they signed him in free agency. And they just had not been able to get it often enough. And he's going to leave the game now, and Christian Wood's going to check in for him with 1:11 remaining here in the third. As Pinson will bring it across the line on the right. Pinson to the curling Green. Got inside of Batum to the rim, and he laid it up and in with acceleration.
Yeah, just ran a tight little curl that time.
Josh Green now with 12 points, 81-78. Paul George outside the arc, left wing. Now against Wood, crossing over right to left, now backs up. Wood moving his feet to stay with him. Hardy doubles him, makes him give it up to Covington, now to Powell, and fouled by Pinson before he got into the act. That's the first in the last 2 minutes against the Mavericks. And the third foul on Theo Pinson. And Batum will inbound from the right sideline for the Clippers with 42.6 seconds remaining. He gets it into George. Play by Hardaway. Driving right inside the arc. Back out Covington. Got around Hardaway. Kicking right corner. Batum wide open for three. Rims the basket. And the rebound in traffic taken by Hardy. 30 seconds remaining in the third. 8-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Hardy outside the arc. Now into the middle of the floor. At the bottom of the jump circle with 8 to shoot. Works toward his left. George switching on to him between his legs and then lost the handle, and it went right to George. Another Maverick turnover. Final 5 seconds. George against Hardy. Pulls up for the tie. It's off the back rim. No good. Comes to Jackson. Got it away in time. That's short, and that will do it for 3 quarters. The Clippers had 3 different chances to get the game tied. They were unable to do it. The Mavericks will take a 3-point lead to the fourth quarter. Dallas this year, when leading after 3, is 22-5. The Clippers, when trailing after 3, are 7-17. We go to the fourth in Los Angeles. The Mavericks looking for back-to-back wins on this road trip. They lead the Clippers 81-78 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. You never have to pay overdraft fees again when you're banking through Chime. That's right, Chime is changing the game. Chime has no monthly fees, and with SpotMe, you get fee-free overdraft on debit card purchases. Now that's
It's that time again, that time of year when dollar wheat and clover invade southern lawns. This year, grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S and fight back. It's formulated for southern lawns, so you'll get the nutrients your grass needs while also killing those pesky invaders. Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It's the #1 brand in the South and has the 2-in-1 to start your season off right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Scott's, it's lawn season. Pick up a bag of Scott's Bonus S today at your local retailer.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Now is the time when Houston's weather gets a whole lot nicer. You want to build a pool? Call AlliedOutdoorSolutions.com. They'll build it for you, and they'll take care of all your outdoor flooring, all your walkways, all your motor court, your parking areas, your areas where the grass won't grow. They'll make it look great. AlliedOutdoorSolutions.com. 713-360-1010. 713-360-1010. My friend Kirk Van Hook owns BauerFloor.com. And if you want a branded wood basketball court at your middle school, high school, university, church, or a high-quality cushioned floor in your rec center, your family life center, Bauer, B-A-U-E-R, floor.com. He's your guy. 713-939-0157. And you'll actually like him. He's a cool dude. 713-939-0157. 713-939-0157. Used to be a guy on TV named Matthew Lesko. He sat next to me on an airplane years ago. He'd wear these goofy suits with question marks all over them. And he did late night infomercials. He would help you get government money. There's all sorts of government programs out there, and he knew how to get it for you. Or he would have the book that would show you how to get it for you. And it would shock people how many programs are out there that you didn't know about. Well, let me tell you something. If you survived COVID and you have 5 employees or more, there is a payroll tax rebate of up to $26,000 per employee at getrefunds.com. Getrefunds.com. An average $400,000 refund for folks who go on there. Getrefunds.com. I want to be clear. This is not a loan. You're not borrowing the money. You do not pay it back. It is a refund of payroll taxes you've already paid if you survived COVID with 5 or more employees. GetRefunds.com.
Davis, we go to the fourth quarter in Los Angeles. The Mavericks lead the Clippers 81-78. Through 3 quarters, the Mavericks 51.7% shooting, 31 of 60, 14 of 28 from 3. The Clippers just under 45% for the game, 30 of 67, 10 of 24 from 3. The Mavericks had a lead as large as 19. Brad, in many ways, they've been their own worst enemy. They've turned the ball over a ton here in the middle two quarters. 15 turnovers, 8 in the second quarter, 7 more in the third for 13 Clipper points.
Yeah, quite a few of those have been just unforced turnovers, getting into traffic, losing possession of the ball.
Mavericks led by 18 from Reggie Bullock, 16 from Kyrie Irving, 13 from Hardaway, and 12 from Josh Green. The Clippers have it to start the fourth quarter. Reggie Jackson brings it up against Irving. Clippers shoot to our right to George, below the elbow at the right of the lane against Bullock. Bullock all over him. George will rise and fire, take a tough shot from 10. It's no good, and Wood with a rebound for the Mavericks. It's Green, Bullock, Irving, Pinson, and Wood for the Mavericks. And Irving accelerates to the rim with a left-hand layup that's good as he used his body to shield off Nick Batum. Kyrie with 18. 83-78. Jackson against Bullock on the switch. And now mid-post right, George against Kyrie. Backing down, put the shoulder in. Kyrie reaches in, knocks it away. Comes out of there with it, 3-on-2 to the right to Josh Green. Scoop it left corner to Pinson. Put it on the floor and back to Irving on the right side to the top to Bullock. Swing to Pinson. Fake right, go left into the lane. Finger roll is good as he's able to sidestep Batum trying to take the charge.
Yeah, nice job, little show and go by that Pinson that time.
The Mavericks 85, the Clippers 78. Jackson to the curling Powell on the drive against Bullock. Missed the left-hand layup and another rebound by Wood. And a good start to the fourth quarter for the Mavericks. Irving pulls up, deep three, short. Rebound over the outstretched arm of Pinson out of bounds at the left of the lane, and it'll be L.A. Clipper ball. Kyrie, 18 points tonight, 7 of 13 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3. Here is Jackson picking up the dribble out high. George right of the circle against Bullock. Back to the basket, now turns to his right, Euro step left, and fouled on his way to the basket. As Andy Nagy from the baseline makes the call, and Kyrie Irving gets called for the reach-in foul. The 3 on Irving. So Paul George will go to the line for the first time tonight. 87% from the line this year, 12 points on 5 of 15 shooting for George. First one is no good. Off the back rim and bounced away to the left. One more coming for George. Last 9 games played, average just under 24 a game. 52% shooting. Not quite on that level tonight as he hits the second one. The Mavericks 85, the Clippers 79. As Josh Green will initiate along the right side against Batum. Reggie Bullock curls up to the right wing to get it back to Green at the top. To his right against Paul George. Now drives left, met by Batum. Cross-court pass deflected by Powell, picked up by Pinson. Shot clock at 3. Pinson's got to let it go for 3, and he hit it! Oh, a big shot by Theo Pinson to beat the clock.
Did a nice job of recognizing the shot clock.
The Mavericks 88, the Clippers 79. 2 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Jackson, left side. Covington, catch and shoot 3. That's good. Robert Covington's first points of the night. 10-year veteran from Tennessee State. The Mavericks 88, the Clippers 82. Green, left of the jump circle. Now into the middle. Now toward his right. Cuts back left, down low for Wood. And an offensive foul is going to be called against the Mavericks. And Christian Wood's going to be called for the foul. John Goebel calling the clear out on Wood. Another Mavericks turnover. They're 16th in the night. Mavericks commit just 12.3 turnovers per game, second fewest in the NBA to Toronto. As George brings it up for LA. Away from the screen of Jackson. Against Bullock. Into a double team. Got it back out. 3-point try is short from Covington. Rebound tipped and controlled by Wood. He'll get it to Pinson, and he'll drop it off to Green. Slowly to his left as he looks back at Jason Kidd. Now finds Irving against Jackson. Quick move into the lane. Fakes left, turns right, drop it off down low. Pinson short, and the rebound taken down by Covington. Ahead to Powell. Pull up from the right wing for 3. Rattles in and out, and Josh Green with the rebound. quickly the other way. Here comes Kyrie, 3-on-3. Left to Green. Got around Powell. Drives through the lane. Finds Bullock wide open. Right corner three. That's short. Rebound on the weak side. Wood tips it to himself. Against Covington. Looks for the cutter. That's Green to the rim. Can't finish it against Batum, but a foul on Nick Batum. And he can't believe John Goebel's call. He wants Ty Lue to review this one. Not the 8th offensive rebound for the Mavericks tonight. And Josh Green, 12 points. 5 of 7 shooting, 1 of 2 from the line. Make it 2 out of 3. Hits the first one. Off the career high 29 in Salt Lake City. Averaged nearly 13 a game since his return to the lineup from the hyperextended elbow that forced him to miss 20 games. The Mavericks by 8, 90-82. 8:35 remaining. George straight away, top of the arc, right off of Jackson, back to his left, bumping with Kyrie, turns to his right. Tough fadeaway from 12 is good.
Tell you what, they've made him work all game for his shots.
The Mavericks defense, Brad, really over the last 10 games is much improved. I mean, they're allowing the 4th fewest points over the last 10 games, just around 108, and their defensive rating is 13th in the league, where it's been 24th all year long. Wood in the right corner, and a whistle and a foul as Green on the drive and kick was fouled. And calling on the side, Norman Powell gets called for the foul. 3 fouls on Norman Powell. Second foul on the Clippers here in the 4th quarter. And the Mavericks trying to get themselves lined up. It'll be Pinson to inbound the ball. Pinson looking. Still looking. Kyrie being overplayed by Covington, but comes and gets it on the arena logo, right side of the floor. Trying to split a double team. Couldn't do it. Covington reached in, knocked it away. Picked up by Powell. 3-on-2 for the Clippers. To the trailing George. Got away from Bullock. Stepping back for 3. Rims the basket. And Green with the rebound. George now 6 of 17 from the floor tonight and 2 of 7 from 3. The Mavericks 90, the Clippers 84. 7:40 remaining. Wood inside pivot left in the lane against Covington. Rips through to the left. And Covington trying to draw a foul. Didn't get the call. Shot was missed. The rebound tipped by Green over the backboard. And it will be LA ball. Batum will inbound. 7.5 to play. Here comes George to his right against Wood. Euro step left to Batum. Catch and shoot left wing 3. That's way off. And McKinley Wright with the rebound for the Mavericks with 7:20 remaining. Wright, having replaced Kyrie, has on the floor with Kyrie, he's replaced Josh Green. To the foul line, Pinson turns to his right, got to the rim, missed the layup, and draws a foul on Batum. And how about the 4th quarter here from Theo Pinson?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, anybody that's come into the game has played well for Dallas. Good quick move that time.
And Batum picking up his 2nd foul. 3 team fouls on the Clippers. Theo Pinson, 8 of 9 from the line this season. Looking for his 6th and 7th points here in the 4th quarter. And he hits the first one. And Covington will leave the game. And Kawhi comes back in. Zubac comes back in as well to replace Batum. And one more coming for Pinson. One thing Jason Kidd said that his team had to be good at tonight was limiting the bench production of the Clippers. LA just 22 points from their bench tonight, 14 of which have come from Norman Powell. Second one for Pinson. That's short, and the rebound is Zubac. His 10th rebound of the game. The Mavericks by 7 as we come down on 7 minutes remaining. Jackson in and out to his right, off of the stagger, goes cross court, able to get it to Powell for 3. No good off the back rim. Got his own rebound. The left baseline got stripped by Pinson. And Kyrie picks the ball up, rolling it ahead into the front court. and got it to Bullock, right sideline. Back to Kyrie on the drive. Back out Pinson, wide open. Rainbow three for Theo Pinson. That gets Ty Lue off the bench to take a timeout. 9 fourth-quarter points for Theo Pinson to give the Mavericks a 10-point lead with 6:41 remaining. It's the Mavericks 94, the Clippers 84 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Tank water heaters don't stop working. They leak or can even bust. If yours is over 8 years old, it could be at risk. Replace it with a new one from Baker Brothers Plumbing, Air, and Electric. Call or visit us online today.
Baker Brothers makes great service fun.
In 1920,
It's that time again, that time of year when dollar weed and clover invade southern lawns. This year, grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S and fight back. It's formulated for southern lawns so you'll get the nutrients your grass needs while also killing those pesky invaders. Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It's the #1 brand in the South and has the 2-in-1 to start your season off right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Scott's, it's lawn season. Pick up a bag of Scott's Bonus S today at your local retailer.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Bring in the fabulous Gallery Furniture Mattress Mac birthday sale. Biggest, best, boldest furniture sale in history. Returning after a 3-year inventory supply chain shutdown. The Mattress Mac birthday sale is back bigger than better than ever. Save 40 to 72% off on 72 items and more as I turn 72 years old this month. Jaw-dropping values. Oh my, come out to Gallery Furniture today, buy a room full, a house full of furniture. Gallery Furniture delivers free tonight. The inventory is flying out and it'll be in your home tonight.
Location near you and learn more today. 6:41 remaining, fourth quarter. The Mavericks 94, the Clippers 84. The Mavericks had a 19-point lead late in the second quarter. The Clippers began to chip away. They got it as close as one late in the third. The Mavericks led by 3 going to the fourth, and then the fourth quarter, Brad, became the Theo Pinson show.
Doing a nice job, getting into the right spot. Last time Irving was able to find him off the drive for that three-pointer.
9 points for Pinson here in the fourth quarter. 9 of the 13 that the Mavericks have scored. And the Clippers will bring it up, shooting to our right. They're just 2 of 10 here in the fourth quarter. Mavericks are 4 of 8 as Jackson, watched by McKinley Wright, to Leonard against Bullock. Spins to his left. At the elbow, pumps, leans in, draws the foul. And he will go to the line. The Mavericks have done a really good job, Brad, just getting up into people, just not allowing offensive players to have space and get comfortable.
Yeah, and they've really frustrated Paul George with that defense.
So Kawhi on the line for the first time tonight. 87.6%, misses the first one. Clippers got back in the game in the third quarter because of Leonard, as he went 6 of 7 from the floor in the third, scored 13 points. He has 15 in the game. Paul George leaves the game right now for LA. As Terrence Mann comes back in for him. And the second one by Leonard is up and good. McKinley Wright in very important minutes, playing the backup point guard role, will go to his right against Terrence Mann into the lane, and the floater is short. The rebound taken by Powell of the Clippers, up the left side. Norman Powell, left baseline drive, beat Bullock to the rim to lay it up and in. 16 for Norman Powell. Midway through the fourth, the Mavericks by 7 at 94-87. Pinson to Irving. Right to left, stops the foul line, pops it over Zubac, and he hits.
Did a nice job. Got into that soft spot of the defense.
A 20-point game for Kyrie Irving in his Mavericks debut. 8 of 15 shooting, 96-87. Leonard at the foul line stops. Left to Powell. Around Bullock. Met by Pinson. To the right corner. Jackson run off the line by Wright. And the 18-footer is good from the baseline. 7 for Reggie Jackson. 96-89. 5.5 to play. Pinson along the left side. Josh Green at the scorer's table, ready to come in at the next dead ball. To the right to Wood. Crossover. And a travel is called on Christian Wood.
Yeah, shuffled the feet there.
Turnovers have just killed the Mavericks. 18 turnovers. As Reggie Jackson will bring it up. Bullock awaits him in the right wing. Now the switch. Pinson on Jackson. Bullock against Leonard. Leonard at the nail looking for the ball. Now gets, Bullock reached in, knocked it away as Jackson was lazy on the pass. Here comes Kyrie up top for Pinson. Touch it to Wood, who flushes it at the front of the rim.
Yeah, poor possession for the Clippers that last time.
Jackson holding the ball, just a terrible entry pass to Leonard. Christian Wood with his 6 point. The Mavericks by 9, 98-89. Powell at the right hash mark. Spins off of Josh Green. Drives on Wood. Hangs in the lane. Way short, but he's fouled by Wood. So free throws for Norman Powell. Mavericks holding the Clippers to 43% shooting tonight. I mentioned the last 9 games. Mavericks 5th in fewest points allowed. 13th in defensive rating. As Powell hits the first one, their defensive rating 113.9. For the season, it's 1 point higher per 100 possessions, but that's 24th in the league. And as Powell gets ready to shoot the second, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Your home for Dallas Mavericks basketball. KEGL Fort Worth, Dallas.
97.1.
97.1 The Freak.
We say what we want.
Powell's second free throw is good. The Mavericks 98, the Clippers 91, 4.5 to play. Theo Pinson along the left side to the right wing. Wood is wide open to shoot a three-pointer and hit the underside of the rim. Leonard the rebound. To man on the push up the left side against Kyrie. Now cuts to his right, switched onto by Josh Green. Try to get it to Leonard. Turning left, met by Wood and Irving. Over the top to the right corner, Powell around Pinson. Met by Bullock. Floater in the lane is good. Moving away from the basket when he took that shot, and that gets Jason Kidd off the bench to take a timeout.
Yeah, Powell's very clever around the rim like that.
Norman Powell, a 20-point game, and again having another big night against the Mavericks. 27 back on January the 10th, 19 with 11 in the fourth quarter on January 22nd. He's got 20 tonight, 6 here in the fourth. The Mavericks lead is 5 at 98-93 with 4:06 remaining on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Hey, Mavs fans, next time you're at American Airlines Center, look for beers from Four Corners Brewing Company, proudly brewing in the heart of Dallas since 2012. And we invite you to visit our tap room located in the Cedars neighborhood just south of downtown. We're open nightly.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. As owner of Mint Mobile, I couldn't wait to make my first commercial for iHeart listeners. I thought, I'll tell them to go to mintmobile.com/iHeart to get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Then I thought, they'll never believe the owner bragging, so I'll bring on a real Mint customer who knows it's premium wireless for just $15 a month. Then I thought, how will they know it's not just me acting as a customer? Then I thought, what if they don't think I'm a good enough actor to play a customer? Then I cried and went to bed at the end.
New activation and upfront payment for 3-month plan required. Taxes and fees extra. Additional restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com for full terms.
Hola, Ed Vance for Advance Auto Parts here. Welcome to Ed Talk Radio. Today's episode, why I love the Advance parking lot. Inside the store is awesome, obviously, but amazing things happen in the parking lot. Expert team members will test your battery there free. They'll install a DieHard battery there free. If you have a pesky check engine light on, they'll find out why free. Oh, and you can park there free. Thanks for listening to my Ed Talk.
This is how we advance.
It's that time again, that time of year when dollar weed and clover invade southern lawns. This year, grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S and fight back. It's formulated for southern lawns so you'll get the nutrients your grass needs while also killing those pesky invaders. Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It's the #1 brand in the South and has the 2-in-1 to start your season off right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Scott's, it's lawn season. Pick up a bag of Scott's Bonus S today at your local retailer.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Deadline tomorrow afternoon. Couple of deals getting agreed upon tonight. Three-way deal between the Lakers, Timberwolves, and Jazz. Lakers get D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. Timberwolves get Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and some draft picks. Jazz, meanwhile, get Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Damian Jones, and a protected future first-round pick from the Lakers. And Portland sending Josh Hart to the Knicks in exchange for Cam Reddish and a future first-round pick. Chuck.
Hey, Mavs fans, stop by your local DFW 7-Eleven and scan your 7-Eleven app at purchase for your chance to win signed gear and exclusive experience from your Dallas Mavericks. Go Mavs. 4:05 remaining. The Mavericks 98, the Clippers 93. Mavericks with the ball shooting to our left. Crunch time this year. The Mavericks 20-14. Their 35th clutch game. The third most in the NBA. Here is Green left to right. The Hardaway in the right corner for three off the back rim. No good. And Paul George with the rebound. The Clippers this year 17-12 in clutch games. As Norman Powell has it outside the arc on the left. Bounces to Kawhi, right of the circle against Dwight Powell back in the game. Jab step, up fake, put it on the floor to his left, then steps back, 18-footer, rims out. And Josh Green with a rebound, his fifth of the night. 3:20 remaining. Irving up the right side at the hash mark. Backs up against Powell. Dwight Powell, the screen left. Now they trap him. Left to Bullock. Ball fake, and then back to Kyrie at half court. Against Marcus Morris. To his right. Back to his left. Met by George. Left to Green. Left corner. The Bullock drop it down to Powell, who will turn. No. Oh, he did get the roll. A very friendly roll for Dwight Powell down low. And the Mavericks by 7. Under 3 to play. Paul George, left to right, keeps the dribble, bumping with Kyrie, straight away from the foul line. He hits off the fadeaway. But again, a tough shot for Paul George. 7 of 18 shooting tonight. He's got 17. 195. Irving to his right. Play by Leonard. Now by Morris. Leonard comes out to trap him. Bounce the foul line. Powell, right corner. Bullock over the top to Hardaway. Put it on the floor. On the drive to the rim. He'll hang and he'll score. And the Mavericks very patient against the Clipper trap. And Hardaway very patient too, getting all the way to the rim. 15 for Tim Hardaway. 102-95 George, right corner, man. Good run off by Green. Man, a run off the line. Then wrap around to Leonard. Makes the three, under 2 to play. Right of the lane. Over the top to Mann. He'll shoot the three. That's short. And the rebound to Bullock with 1:50 to play.
He needs to run some clock here.
Irving across the line in time against Mann. Drives him, blows by him, draws the foul, banked it, missed it. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, nice job, just pulled up on a dime. Stopped, man ran right up his back.
Terrence Mann picks up his second foul. And we're going to review this. And we'll take the timeout with 1:38 to play in the fourth quarter. The Mavericks looking for back-to-back road wins, a team that has struggled like crazy on the road all year. In the midst of a 5-game road trip, trying to put back-to-back wins together in Utah and in L.A. We'll take the timeout with the Mavericks leading 102-95 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Hey, Mavericks fans, Score big on all your favorite lottery games with the lottery app Jackpocket. Download the app today to play all your favorite Texas lottery games. Mavs fans can use the code HOOPS at.
It's that time again, that time of year when dollar wheat and clover invade southern lawns. This year, grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S and fight back. It's formulated for southern lawns, so you'll get the nutrients your grass needs while also killing those pesky invaders. Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It's the #1 brand in the South and has the 2-in-1 to start your season off right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Scott's, it's lawn season. Pick up a bag of Scott's Bonus S today at your local retailer.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Backed his way into Terrence Mann to have an offensive foul. Instead, it is a common foul, and Kyrie Irving will go to the line with 1:38 remaining, and the Mavericks up 102-95. Mavericks, for the 4th time this year, trying to win back-to-back road games. Did it a couple of times in the midst of their 7-game win streak back in late December and into early January. And Kyrie's first one is good. And I tell you what, Brad, this is going to be the biggest advantage that the Mavericks have coming down, trying to close out games with Kyrie here. He is almost automatic from the free throw line, and this is a team, obviously, that has struggled to shoot free throws late in games.
And he likes taking over in the fourth quarter, too. Another guy to help Luka.
First one is good. Second one is good. He's the leading fourth quarter scorer in the NBA this year at 9.5 points in the fourth quarter. He's got 6 here in the fourth quarter tonight. His Powell out of control through the lane, draws a foul, and he will shoot with 1:35 remaining. Josh Green gets called for the foul. 3 fouls on Green. The Mavericks by 9. 104-95. Clippers coming into the game in their last 10 games, having gone 8-2, averaged 120.4 points a game, 49.5% shooting, 40.9 from 3. Tonight, 43% shooting for LA, and just 11 of 31 for 35.5% from 3. Norman Powell's first one is good. His 15th game this year of 20 or more. He's got 21. And the second one is on the way. And that's good. 7-point game, 95 seconds remaining. And Kyrie will walk it up. Left-hand dribble. Now to his right, the right of the circle. Bounce pass left to Hardaway. They've got the Clippers spread out. Right wing Bullock back to Irving. George closes out on him. Kyrie gets by him. Then met by Leonard, hanging, banking and scoring. Tumbling through the baseline. He wanted a foul call, didn't get it, but there's some Kyrie magic there. Laid his Powell at the other end. Driving past Hardaway to dunk the ball. With 1:12 remaining. 106-99. As Green will bring it up, and again the Mavericks use a little clock in a 3-possession game. Irving trying to come up to get it, overplayed. Green to the right to Bullock and back to Irving. Right baseline drive will hang, and that's rejected by Leonard. Out to the left sideline, picked up by Morris. Here comes Morris to George. Along the left baseline, got by Hardaway through the lane of the cutting. Leonard cannot finish it. He's fouled on the play with 47.1 seconds left. Tell you, that was a heck of a block. At the other end, looked like Kyrie.
Weak side.
Yeah, Kyrie looked like he was going to be able to finish that one. So Leonard on the line. Just 16 points for Kawhi Leonard tonight. He hits the first one. No one has a better winning percentage in the regular season in NBA history than Kawhi Leonard. His teams have won 74 38.1% of the games that he has played in. He makes 2 here, and it's a 5-point game with 45 seconds to go. Pinson back in the game to bring it up against Leonard. Almost had it knocked away. Drops it to the right to Hardaway. Shot clock at 10. Back to Pinson. And now to Kyrie. To Pinson. And reverse it back right. Hardaway for the kill shot. He got it! With 26.8 seconds remaining. Hardaway knocks it down to make it an 8-point game. Up the right side. Paul George. Quick launch for 3. That's good. Over Josh Green with 23.4 remaining. 5-point game again. Got it into Kyrie. Clippers need the foul. They get it to Pinson. Cross court to Hardaway. Hardaway is fouled by Mann. Tim Hardaway for the season, 75.6% from the line, but he has struggled in fourth quarter free throw shooting. If anyone was to be fouled, he probably was the guy the Clippers wanted to foul. But let's see if he can put this one away after that big three-pointer a moment ago.
Yeah, Dallas has made the big shots down the stretch.
Mavericks are 10 of 15 from the line tonight. Hardaway's first one is good. 19 for Hardaway. 6 here in the fourth quarter. And this to make it a 3-possession game and pretty well in matters. No good on that one. The rebound to Powell. And a timeout by Ty Lue. So that timeout taken. Again, 16.3 remaining. The Mavericks up 110 to 104. And a team that had not won without Luka Doncic in the lineup officially. Of course, they were able to do it against Phoenix, even though he was out after the first 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And able to win against New Orleans out in the third quarter of that game. This is the last 18 minutes or so of that game. But back-to-back wins here and able to score points and do it efficiently. Again, the three-point shooting has been on target tonight, 17 of 35 from deep for Dallas. But, Brad, I'm more impressed with the defense, and especially against the Clippers, who have struggled for a lot of the year, but of late they had really seemed to have found themselves, and the Mavericks just got up into them all night tonight.
They really did. I mean, and I like the energy, again, Dallas played with tonight. Same as in Utah the other night.
All 5 Dallas starters in double figures, led by Kyrie Irving's 24 points. The most points ever scored by a Maverick in his debut was Monte Ellis, who had 32 against Atlanta in October of 2013. Of course, Christian Wood had 25 against Phoenix on opening night this year. And Kyrie with 24 in a very controlled night, 9 of 17, shooting 4 of 8 from 3 with 5 assists. Terrence Mann inbound for the Clippers as they're out of timeouts now. He gets it into George, trying to draw the foul. Didn't get that call, missed the 3. Irving the rebound, and he'll bring it up the floor, dribble out the clock. And Kyrie Irving's Mavericks debut is a success. The Mavericks have won 2 in a row in the midst of this 5-game road trip. They even the season series with the Clippers at 2 games apiece. The Mavericks prevail tonight, 110 to 104.
And I tell you what, it was a whole team effort. Anybody that played in this game had an impact. Pinson, McGee, Hardy came in and gave him some minutes. Wright came in and gave him some minutes as well.
Tell you, I thought JaVale McGee's 7 minutes were as impactful as any 7 minutes in the game.
Yeah, he did a nice job of protecting the rim.
3 blocked shots in his 7 minutes of play. And Theo Pinson with all 9 of his points in the fourth quarter that got the Mavericks the cushion after the Clippers had closed to within 1 late in the third.
Yeah, like I said, everybody that played in this game contributed.
A tremendous performance for the Mavericks tonight. They shoot 52.6%. They're now 15 and 7 this year when they shoot 50% or better, and 17 of 35 from 3. And for the third consecutive game, they out-rebound their opponent. And also, Brad, again, the pace that they played with. 24 fast break points tonight on top of 25 fast break points in Utah.
Yeah, and with Kyrie coming here, you're going to see a lot more of that, I believe.
The final score tonight, the Mavericks 110, the Clippers 104. Our post-game show, including a trip inside the Mavericks locker room, is coming your way next on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Make a fast break to Mavs games on Dart. It's all the game day action without the game day traffic. Score a three-pointer by buying a PM pass and ride as much as you want from pregame to post for just $3.
It's that time again, that time of year when dollar wheat and clover invade southern lawns. This year, grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S and fight back. It's formulated for southern lawns so you'll get the nutrients your grass needs while also killing those pesky invaders. Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It's the #1 brand in the South and has the 2-in-1 to start your season off right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Scott's, it's lawn season. Pick up a bag of Scott's Bonus S today at your local retailer.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
My friend Kirk Van Hook owns BauerFloor.com. And if you want a branded wood basketball court at your middle school, high school, university, church, or a high-quality cushioned floor in your rec center, your family life center, Bauer, B-A-U-E-R, floor.com. He's your guy. 713-939-0157. And you'll actually like him. He's a cool dude. 713-939-0157. 713-939-0157. Harry Truman still had several more years to be president when McCauley's Lumber and Hardware Supply was started. During all those years, they've made a lot of contractors and individuals happy. You don't have to be in the trade to call them and get a great deal, and even to have your lumber and hardware supplies delivered to your home if you're doing the project yourself. 281-448-1374. McCauley's Lumber and Hardware Supply, still family owned and operated. 281-448-1374. How's the IRS going to get all that money? They're going into aggressive mode at the beginning of this year. They do it every year. Get help before they start harassing you. Stop IRS wage garnishments, bank levies, and property seizures. Top tax defenders can help and save you from the harassment. This is Michael Berry telling you, call Top Tax Defenders. 713-489-7433. There are things you can do. Put Top Tax Defenders to work for you against the IRS. 713-489-7433. Hey, folks, Michael Berry, if you're even thinking about rebuilding a motor, if you're even thinking about your transmission, you need to talk to Skip Hartley at Thunderbolt Motors and Transmissions. He puts the yeehaw back in your motor and transmission. I don't know how he does it. I don't even know why your motor and transmission needs a yeehaw, but that's what he puts back in. And his daddy did it before him. He's my buddy. If you ever came to the RCC, you saw him. Thunderbolt Transmissions, my buddy Skip Hartley, 713-923-8888.
And quite a night for the Mavericks in Los Angeles. The debut of Kyrie Irving with the Mavericks, a rousing success, a 110-104 win that puts the Mavericks into a three-way tie for fourth place with the Suns and the Clippers. All are 2 games back of the Kings in third place. The Mavericks, though, presently the 6th seed, just on percentage points. But that's a great show that started out like it was going to be the biggest rout. But, of course, this is the NBA, and there really are no such things because everybody makes a run. But the Mavericks' run to begin the game was something that the Clippers, coming off a long road trip to the East, and you hear it so many times that first game back after a long road trip is it's like playing another road game, if you will. And the Mavericks really caught the Clippers downhill and made them pay the price. And I think we're ready to go inside the Mavericks locker room. Who do we have? Reggie Bullock's going to join us for a few minutes here. And Reggie, first off, congratulations. And you were the one that really got things going with that three-point shooting, 5 of 5 in the first quarter. It just seemed like you guys had legs and they didn't have legs, and you made them pay the price for that.
Yeah, I mean, we know how great of a team they is. And we're just trying to play with speed, playing the younger guys, everybody just getting out running, adding Kyrie into the mix. He breaking down defenders, making space for me to be able to get shots open. So we were just playing at a high pace, and the ball happened to go in for me.
You had 24 fast break points tonight. You had 25 on Monday against Utah. You guys have not done a lot of running, and let's face it, Luka doesn't necessarily – he plays at his own pace. But do you think that you're going to play at a higher tempo, even with him after he comes back?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. We're just trying to, play a lot faster. And you see that, from the games he's been out, and he's been congratulating us on running and everything. So it's just all about us just, just trying to keep that pace. And we see it. He'll throw the ball up to us, and we just try to get out and run the burst.
So ever since that game in Portland, you have found your stroke. How did you find your stroke? First, I guess, how did you lose it? How did you find it?
It's just been some of the things over the years, but just mentally, me going back and looking at my shots, continuing to believe in the process of going to the gym, putting up shots, working with Sean Sweeney. He's one of my closest coaches on the staff. So me and him being able to just talk things out and see what I can do to improve my shot. It's just been working for me, and just sticking to the mechanics and believing in myself, not thinking.
Reggie, the defense has improved so much here over the last 10 games, and this team had been on fire offensively coming into the game tonight. What was the game plan defensively, and what overall have you guys been doing so much better that has allowed you to look more like yourselves, that team that went to the Western Conference Finals last year?
Just the competition, the competitiveness on the defensive end. We're just trying to get into bodies, listening to what the coaches want us to do, trying to not foul guys, and just trying to compete. And as long as everybody compete and flying around, the defense should be set, and we should be able to, try to get turnovers and get out and run.
Was there, I guess, any sense, I don't know if embarrassment's the right word, but or frustration that whatever had been working last year was not working early this year? Was it hard to stay with it? Were you wondering, was it going to come around?
We knew that it was going to turn. We just had to, get back to film, look at the things and teams was hitting Luka, to spacing and doing all these different type of things. So we just been, hard nosed into the film room and listening to what the coaches want us to do. So it's been working out for us these last couple of games.
Well, it worked out tremendously tonight, and some great shooting early on that got the Mavericks out to the big lead, and some really good defense on Paul George that made him work for everything that he had tonight. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Reggie Bullock joining us from the Mavericks locker room after a 110-104 Mavericks win, as the Mavericks now improve to 30-26. The Clippers fall to 31-27. And let's run through the box for you right now as the Mavericks shoot 52.6% on 41 of 78. Dallas now 15-7 this year when they shoot 50%. The Clippers are 3-12 when the opponent shoots 50%. The Mavericks were 17 of 35 from three, including 9 of 12 in the first quarter, 48.6%, 11 of 17 from the foul line, 64.7%, a 44-40 rebound edge on the Clippers. That included 8 offensive rebounds for 11 second chance points. The Mavericks now have out-rebounded their opponent in 3 consecutive games after having been out-rebounded in 19 consecutive games prior to that. The Mavericks with 26 assists on their 41 made baskets, 18 turnovers, all of them in the final 3 quarters of the game after they scored 41 in the first. But the Clippers only 13 points off of those turnovers, so they did not take advantage of those opportunities. All 5 Mavericks starters in double figures tonight. Kyrie Irving in his Mavericks debut, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a block and a steal in 37 minutes. On 9 of 17, he was 4 of 8 from 3 and 2 of 2 from the line. And Irving with the 3rd highest scoring Mavericks debut in the 43-year history of the franchise. 32 points by Monte Ellis back in October of 2013 against Atlanta. And Christian Wood at the beginning of this season, 25 on opening night in Phoenix. The only 2 nights bigger in a debut than Kyrie's debut tonight. 19 points for Tim Hardaway in 35 minutes with 5 rebounds, 6 assists on 7 of 16 shooting and 4 of 9 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line. And Hardaway starting to find that 3-point stroke, and it's certainly coming at the right time for the Mavericks. He is now 12 for his last 26 from 3 over the last 3 games. That's 46%, and the Mavericks can certainly use a lot more of that going forward. Reggie Bullock again with 18 points, 15 in the first quarter, matching his high quarter of his career that he had set previously against Portland last month. 6 of 13 shooting, 6 of 12 from three-point range with 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals in 41 minutes. Josh Green, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block in 40 minutes on 5 of 7, 1 of 2 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the line. And Dwight Powell in 24 minutes, 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists on 5 of 8 shooting, 0 of 2 from the line. Off the bench, Theo Pinson, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists in 16 minutes, all 9 of his points coming in the fourth quarter when the Mavericks had seen their lead be reduced from 19 down to 1, and then ultimately 3 at the end of the third quarter. But he got the job done in the early stage of the third quarter, scored of the fourth quarter, scored all 9 of his points at that time to help the Mavericks build a 10-point lead at that point at 94-84. He was 3 of 4 from the floor, 2 of 2 from 3, and 1 of 2 from the line. Jaden Hardy, 8 points, 3 rebounds in 12 minutes on 3 of 5. He was 2 of 3 from 3. 6 points for Christian Wood in 17 minutes with 6 rebounds on 2 of 4. He was 2 of 2 from the line. JaVale McGee with 7 really important minutes, and he was the main, at least the first sub off the bench for Jason Kidd tonight, and the backup 5 before Christian Wood would come in the game later on. 2 points, 5 rebounds, 3 block shots, and again, a lot of activity from JaVale McGee tonight. It was 1 of 3 from the floor, but again, it was all about his activity, athleticism, rim defense. That's exactly what the Mavericks brought him in to do. They hadn't really received a whole lot of it this year, but they got it tonight in two very short spurts at the start of the second quarter and at the start of the fourth. That was really valuable. And McKinley Wright played 11 minutes, didn't score, did have 3 rebounds and an assist. A.J. Lawson, Markieff Morris, Frank Ntilikina, Chris Silva all don't play. Coach's decision. The Clippers shoot 44% on 38 of 86. They were 12 of 33 from 3, 36.4. 16 of 21 from the line, 76%. Of their 40 rebounds, 9 on the offensive end, 7 second chance points, 21 assists on their 38 made baskets. And they had 11 turnovers for 17 Maverick points. They were led off the bench by Norman Powell, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals in 28 minutes. On 8 of 17, he was 2 of 6 from 3 and 6 of 6 from the line, 10 of his points coming in the fourth quarter. And the Mavericks really, I don't think want to see a whole lot more of Norman Powell this year. He's just been great against them, and certainly the last 3 games of the series. Didn't do much in the game in November, but 27 last month, here in L.A., 19 in Dallas, 11 of them coming in the fourth quarter, and again, 24 here tonight. Terrence Mann with 21 points. That included 12 of the Clippers' first 16 points in the night in 35 minutes. He was 7 of 12, 4 of 7 from 3, 3 of 4 from the line with 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Paul George, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, but he had to work for it all. Reggie Bullock did a really good job on him tonight. 34 minutes. He was 8 of 20, 3 of 9 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line. 20 points on 20 shots for Paul George tonight. And Marcus Morris, just 2 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists on 1 of 8 shooting in 30 minutes. Ivica Zubac, 9 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks in 29 minutes on 3 of 3. He was 3 of 5 from the line. Reggie Jackson, 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists.